It kicked off today with not everyone showing up for camp, and people
Not
love to
everyone.
make not everyone. Everyone loves to make a big deal out of a lot of nothing. So let's talk about it. Wide receiver Terry McLaurin, new offensive tackle Laremy Tunsil, and cornerback, second-year cornerback for our Commanders, Marshon Lattimore, were not at OTAs this afternoon. And I know us in the group chat, we didn't say it, but we all were like, it's kind of whatever. It's business as usual. I know some people online be like, why can't you show up to camp? Why can't you be a team player? Why you gotta be so selfish? At least I'm not part like Stephon Diggs.
I might be one of those guys though, John. I might be because for the simple fact, like, I mean, we have a culture. We finally have a culture, and what Bruce Allen used to say, the culture is damn good. So
It's
it's
fine.
really the culture is really good this time, and it's like just show up, man. Like I understand the Terry situation, Terry trying to get his deal, and like Marshon Lattimore, what's up with you? You know what I
I
mean? I
like
mean,
his health.
again, I know it's voluntary. I get it. I know it's you could decide what you want, but like just be in a building, like man Reedy said earlier, like even if you injured, just show up and you know what I mean, be in the mix, be amongst the guys. If it's a contract thing, like be in the building, but don't participate. Like be there though. Like just don't show up. And Laremy Tunsil, I don't give a damn what you did in Houston. I don't care what you did in Miami. Like you are a newly acquired guy here, and you need to figure out this playbook. You know what I mean? Gel with these guys. Like, has he even was he wasn't at he hasn't been at anything since he been here, right? I didn't see him in none of the stuff weeks ago where all the team, you know, the phase one and
No,
phase two. I didn't see him in any of that. And
I
it's
don't
just
think so.
like, come on, dude. Like, I mean, again, a lot of people might I'm not trying to overdo it, but it's just like, why not? You know what I mean? So, and it's like if you looking for a contract, bruh, like all that should have been they would have signed you as soon as they traded you. Like you're not getting a new deal right now. Like you don't like a prove it type thing. Not, I mean, you are of a certain caliber and you get a lot of respect for who you are. You're one of the top, you know, tackles in the league, top
Yeah.
three, you know what I mean, in the league. So respect to you, but at the end of the day, like if it's contractual, like your agent, you and your agent should know ain't no deal coming right now. Like, don't start that. Don't start it. You know what I mean? Just be here and be with your teammates. That's what I'm saying. Because I mean, shit. Me and Reedy could tell you we was at all the voluntary camps for free, and these dudes getting paid. We was
For
at
free.
when we was in high school. I mean, again, it's high school, but like we was there. You showed up.
Yeah.
You wanted to be. What else is there to do? You're a football player. That's my
Yeah,
rant.
yeah, I think I agree with you, Z. I mean, I understand Laramie Tunsil's situation. Okay, he's traditionally not a guy that shows up to the offseason program. I get it. Trent Williams was another guy that didn't show up for the offseason program when he was here. So, I mean, I'm giving him some slack when it comes to that. I think he'll come into camp and he'll be here in 2 weeks for um, the mandatory mini camp that we're going to have in what is it, the 12th or the 10th through the 12th or something like that.
I think it's 10th to the 12th of June. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
3 weeks.
so I think he'll be here for that. Terry, totally understand. Like, it's business. At the end of the day, this is a business. And you know, do what's best for you and your family, and because this is probably going to be his last major deal. Terry's
Yeah.
what, 30 years old now, so
I think he
uh,
turns 30. Yeah.
yeah, turns 30. So he's probably looking to sign somewhere between like maybe a 4-year extension or something like that, giving him 5 years playing with this season that he already has under contract. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, I think that's coming fairly soon. But Marshon Lattimore, I don't really have any forgiveness for you because basically coming off the year that you came off last year and what you put on film, like nothing against you as a player, but it wasn't the best. It was a kind of a downward trending year for you. given all of the injuries. I think I would want to be in the building seeking treatment, seeking strength and conditioning, seeking everything that I can get a better understanding of of the defense, of the scheme, of the techniques that they want you to play, and whatever role that you're going to be in on your side of the field, and just, coming together with your teammates. As far as Laremy Tunsil, you are also coming into a new scheme, a new offense, different verbiage. They may want you to play different techniques, a zone scheme, things of that nature.
Yeah.
Like, it's one thing that you have the playbook at your disposal on the iPad, but it's another thing getting those live reps and things of that nature, because it may have been one thing where you were, but here it could be something totally different. And just building that camaraderie with your teammates. So I think you guys need to be in the building. The only one really gets an ultimate pass is Terry, because we get it. It's contractual. Like, if it was me, I would do the same thing. So I'm not going to sit here and bash a guy and say he needs to be here, but he was been here for most of the off season. So it wasn't like he was here, but it's just at a point where, okay, all right, let's speed this up. Let's move this thing along a little bit. Let's get this done. And I think it'll get done, because I believe the last time, his last contract, 3 or 4 years ago, it was a similar thing. I think once we came out of mandatory minicamp, they paid him. So we didn't have to linger into training camp with this, overshadowing him. Laremy Tunsil, I think at this point, like, you shouldn't be looking for a contract. I think you should be trying to play this year and then maybe cash in next year, as well as Marshon Lattimore, because he got 2 years left on his deal. So I don't know why you guys aren't here. I mean, if it's not nothing family related or no type of emergencies, like, you need to be here building kind of that, that bond with your teammates. You know what I mean? If your ultimate goal is to indeed win a Super Bowl and go as far as you want to go, like, all of that individuality things, being about me, I want to work out with my coach. Like, we got to let that go. Like, this isn't the brotherhood that I heard about from last season. And this is going to be the brotherhood 2.0 going into year 2 of this new regime and this new thing here in Washington.
Yeah. Terry, I think we're all in agreement. I got a few people on the IG comment section. They're all in agreement. Terry, you do what you need to do to get that contract. You're gonna get paid regardless. I'm gonna bet 10-1 with the Lattimore thing. It's got to be an injury. He's either got to be at home rehabbing, or he's in the facility rehabbing and no one knows about it. There's got to be something, because he came into Washington hurt. He didn't play for a month and a half. He didn't touch the field till like week 14. And he got traded week 9? So about a month and a half.
Week 7, week 8, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, like whatever the trade deadline is. I think it's around week 8. So he doesn't play for a month and a half. All right, so there's another 6 weeks. I would just put him on IR. But here's 4 guaranteed weeks. Do what you got to do. But we didn't do that. I don't remember us doing that. And then you can kind of tell once he hit week 15, week 16, week 17, week 18, the playoffs, it still wasn't clicking between him coming in, not knowing the playbook, I think, all that well, not knowing his spot all that well, not knowing his teammates, not knowing his body. So I think this whole offseason is going to give him a familiarity of, okay, I got a full offseason to train with these guys. I got a full offseason to rehab my body. I got a full offseason to figure out what these guys are about. But to y'all's point, got to be in the building to do that. You can only do so much over Zoom. You can only do so much on an iPad. Unless he's in, Ashburn, or he's with a team doctor locally, wherever he's living at in DC, and just doing rehab at home. I know Kobe Dean doing a ballerina crap for his rehab. So what do the Eagles got going on in Philly? That's what they can do. So that's got to be an injury. And then Tunsil, I think he's the one where I'm like, I'm in a total agreement with. He should be in the building, contractually or not, voluntary or not. But it's voluntary, it's optional. Don't you know OTAs stand for optional team activities? It stands for organized team activities, and you can't be a team and be organized without all your players there.
Yeah. So it was definitely it was one thing to see Terry out. It still raised slight eyebrow, but then when the other two guys is like, yo, what the hell? What the hell?
Reedy about to chew one of us out.
No, I'm just I didn't really peep this, John. You see your man now? He looking sweet. Got
What you mean?
props in the background now? That's what we doing. See? Oh, all right. I see you. Take command. the towel
Raise
up,
hell.
flag. Okay.
All right.
That been up there for weeks.
I don't remember it. I can't remember. Something new.
I think
it might be.
I know it was there last week.
It might be. It might be the crop
background. Okay, all right. New green screen.
We trying to catch up with Reedy Field.
Yeah, Reedy Field. Just stand by. Stand by. It's coming soon. Probably about 3 weeks. I'm gonna give y'all a sneak peek. We're almost there.
Coming soon to a screen near you. All right. But I was looking all over. I was looking at Sport Track because they had tweeted this out about Terry, him skipping OTAs. To them, he's a projected 3-year, $93 million extension, 31 APY, so average pay per year. DK's was 33 with 60 guaranteed, and they're thinking that's where around what he's going to get.
I think Terry's slightly better. He's slightly better than DK.
Yeah. I think DK has the height to help.
Yeah, they're in the same kind of like
bracket
area. I would say bracket, but I think Terry is slightly better based off of last year. DK is kind of regressing a little bit
before last year
in his play.
But
like you know that these pages got all of these tiers and all these lists that they
I love to see them
put up all these players and stuff like that. I think they're like kind of like in that second tier. Before you get into the elite of the elites. But I think if Terry goes out, like I said last week, if Terry goes out and he puts up 1,500 yards, 10 touchdowns, you got to put him in that elite tier. Elite tier.
That top 10 conversation.
Yeah, definitely. And
so give us your take on the no-shows today.
Yeah, man. For me, we already know about Terry. Like, I think this just confirms he's about to get paid here soon. Like, when we first was talking about it, it was still kind of like new and kind of fresh to see, okay, maybe he just was doing something. Maybe he was on vacation. But, like, although this was voluntary, a guy like Terry is going to show up. Like, if he, you know what I'm saying, is in a normal contract, you know what I'm saying, contracted situation. But given the fact that he isn't, you know what I'm saying, stuff like that, we get why he isn't there. And at first, earlier on, I kind of blew over like the Marshon Lattimore and Laremy Tunsil thing, like them not being there. I was like, man, it's voluntary. But then I had to think about it. It's like, wouldn't you want them there? Especially like Laremy Tunsil, he's new. But again, this isn't something that's new for him. He didn't really go to like Texans voluntary OTAs too, like stuff like that. So again, not that big of a deal. Now, if we get to mandatory, and that's a different situation, because the thing about Marshon Lattimore, I think he is going to show up, but Laremy Tunsil could stir the pot a little bit because he was kind of hinting that him wanting a new contract in his interview that he had when he first got here. So if we get to mandatory minis and he's not there, then I raise the eyebrow a little bit, like, hold on, what's going on? Because I'm not opposed to paying Laremy Tunsil, but I'm definitely in a situation where I would prefer to see what we got first before we offer him a contract extension. So long story short, I ain't really pressing too hard just yet. But if this thing prolongs for the other two, it may get a little bit concerned.
Yeah, one of the points I made was like, especially, mainly for Tunsil and Marshon, but they definitely should have been there. But in the Tunsil thing, like, okay, you don't go to voluntary stuff during the off season. Like, dude, you're a football player. What the hell else are you doing? Like, even if you don't participate, just show up and be amongst your team, be around the guys, be in a mix somehow, some way. Like, what else are you doing? So I don't understand it.